What's up, Lions fans? It's your boy King, man. We talked wins and losses. We did our predictions for the Lions season, man. Now it's time to have a very, very serious conversation. What are the most important games for the Detroit Lions this season? We're about to take a look. Let's dig in. Lions fans, so I'm gonna sit back for this one, right? This is man, we have some games on this schedule that are so important, right? And when you look at our division, obviously us as fans, we expect to win the division again. That's what we expect. We have some tough matchups in our division, but those are not the games that we're talking about. Green Bay, I guess you can argue that a little bit. Based on what happened last season, but no, I'm going for a bigger fish. We got three other teams. Very important matchups. Very important matchups. They have a lot of history. I can almost argue and say we have a fourth, but we're going to focus on the three. And the first of that three, obviously, being the Seattle Seahawks. Ever since the Calvin Johnson days, we've just had this problem when it comes to the Seahawks. It's just been this problem, from getting beat by Geno Smith, you know what I'm saying, it's just, what is this? Like, why can't we just get past this team? I think this is obviously the first and one of the most important games of the season for the Detroit Lions. This is where you say, hey, we've made some growth. We're not going to continue to let streaks, keep building. We're not going to sit here and, keep taking it on the chin. We're going to get better. We're going to get past you. We're going to bury everybody in front of us. The Seahawks definitely ain't what they used to be. But for some reason, when they go up against us, it's just, I don't know. So, with our secondary doing some improvement, I think we definitely have a legit situation here where we can take care of business against the squad. Like I said, I have them beating the Seahawks, but this game is very important to take a step forward and get that monkey off our back. That's the first of a couple this season that we really need to dig in and get that monkey off our back. It's coming off of a bye week, so very important for us to go and take care of business against the Seahawks. That's a team that we're just going to see. You know what I'm saying? And we need to make it known that, listen, when we see you, it's violence.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
It's violence, man. Moving on to the second team. Obviously, it's Dallas. It's the Dallas Cowboys. That disgusting situation at the end of that game, like some of the players said on the team, I never been in a game where I felt like we won, but we didn't. Everybody was just flabbergasted, I'm saying, at what happened. And, I just don't expect that type of situation no more. We've been to, the pass interference and, the refs on the party bus and everything else, and then to have the reporting situation happen, after we've celebrated and everything else, you just randomly throw the flag out there. And listen, all the fixing and everything else, I think we don't take our foot off the pedal in this game. There are so many people hurt in this game, especially the players. That definitely cut deep. It cut really deep. And as I said in my last video, man, it was other fan bases that were disgusted. Other fan bases. I had so many people in the comments, man, in that rant video saying, man, we feel for you guys. You know, that was disgusting. How could the NFL do something like that? The Lions have a very large fan base now. You know, there's a lot of fans from other teams, man, that fell in love with this team simply because we go back to the hard knocks, right? The personalities of our head coach, the personalities of our players, the togetherness, the way we show up and show out at stadiums. You know, when you look at what just happened with the draft, you know, Detroit, when it comes to football, definitely has the buzz. It definitely has the buzz. And I think the NFL finally, you know, they finally starting to realize that. And I think they're definitely, from a business standpoint, definitely going to make some more righteous judgment when it comes to the Detroit Lions. So, you know, just from a business perspective, you'll be kind of foolish not to. So, you know, with that said, that's probably one of the most emotional games, simply because of how things happen. But yeah, I expect nothing but fire that game. Nothing but fire that game. I think, you know, guys are going to go out there and give it a 1,000%. You know, it's just that game you have circled. So, you know, we move on to the third game. Obviously, it's San Francisco. You know, we had a first half against them where it looked like this thing was blew open. It was over with early. The Detroit Lions are finally going to the Super Bowl. You know, everybody was ready to celebrate, and, you know, we were right there. We could taste it. And then the youth started to show with this team. Second half, dropping passes. You know, Reynolds dropped 2 important passes. Gibbs with a fumble that got the thing started. That gave them a little, you know, hope and momentum. And before you knew it, we were in a situation where we just couldn't fight our way out of it. And, you know, they fought and they clawed and they won. You know, no ill will against them. They fought and they won. Listen, the next time we face them this season, I expect the Detroit Lions to give it everything they got. Depending on the situation, because it's a late season game. Depending on the situation, the implications of that game. If it's worthy, I think we're going to give them everything we got. I think we will anyway, because Dan Campbell, they're not the type of staff that say, you know, hey, we're going to take it easy this game. They're the type of staff say, hey, listen, man, guys get hurt. The next man got to be ready to go. You know, whether you agree with it or not, that's just what they are. And that's what's going to happen, whether you like it or not. So, man, monumental game. Monumental game. You want to make a statement, that's the statement. That's the statement. You know, so when we play teams like San Fran and we play teams like, you know, Kansas City, you got to give it your all regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, I wish the game was, you know, I wish it was a little earlier in the season, but it is a primetime game. You know what I'm saying? It's a Monday night game, so, you know, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I said we could have had a possible fourth. That's between Green Bay and the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Green Bay game, obviously what they did to us while everybody was eating turkey and everything else. Or then family dinner or whatever you eat around that time. Yeah, that was embarrassing. So, obviously we're going to try to kick their ass. You know, when you look at guys like Jordan Love, yeah, I think teams are going to be ready to go this season. You know, you're not the new kid on the block no more. We know what you are. We know what your team they like to do with you now. We've had plenty of time to figure things out. I think it's going to be a little bit tougher road for them this season. I really do. They do got a solid defense, man. So when you have a defense like that, you definitely can make some noise regardless. But I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for them this season. So, You know, looking at a team in Green Bay or looking at this Bills team who it seemed like everybody wanted to go to this summer. So, when you look at the Bills team, it's the Bills. It's the Bills, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, whether they have their quarterback or not, it's the Bills. Obviously, gonna be a tough one. Obviously, another game to make a statement. So, when it comes to the importance of games, making a statement, retaliation, whatever it is, you know, that's another team that you can put on that list. Always. So, you know, with that said, those are the most important games of the season. You know, I know we got some new rookies. We got Caleb Williams and the Bears and everything else. But when it comes to the utmost importance for the Detroit Lions, those are the most important, I feel. So, hey, if you got a different list, I'm looking forward to hear about it. Leave it in the comments section, man, and make sure you smash the like button for your boy and hit the subscribe button. Listen, I looked at my analytics, man. 95% of the people who watch my content are not subscribed. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can get these videos as soon as they drop. As soon as, you know, my streams drop, hit that bell, man. So with that said, listen, leave it in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.